Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our council meeting, August 8th. We apologize that we can't do the broadcast tonight due to technical difficulties, but council, you see before you just the same, the business of the city. I'll accept a motion, please, for the agenda for today's meeting. Moved by Councillor Fry and seconded by Councillor Lane. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. Motion carried. There's nothing outside the kit, so I'll read the lands acknowledgement. We begin today's public council meeting by respectfully acknowledging the province of Newfoundland and Labrador as the ancestral homelands of many diverse populations of Indigenous peoples, including the Beothuk, who have contributed to 9,000 years of history on the island of Newfoundland. Today, this province is home to diverse populations of Indigenous and other people. We acknowledge, with respect, the diverse histories and cultures of the Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit. We honor this beautiful land together as we strive for collective healing and true reconciliation. Public council meeting minutes for July 25th are tabled. Any errors or omissions, council? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion. Moved by Councillor Antle, seconded by Councillor Luck. All in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? And that's also carried. Any business arising, folks? Just quote the item number. Moving right on. So it's the video that slows us down? No. Yes, I hear you. Okay, so we're going to go to first committee report, planning, engineering, and development. Councillor Rice.
Thank you, Your Worship. Our first item on our agenda tonight is Moffat Road, Phase 6D, 3-lot subdivision. This one is DA 23-0352, Iron Springs Road. The committee was advised that Iron Springs Road is a new street and development application. DA 23-0352 relates to 3 lots on this street where the land ownership boundaries will not align. Or there were some overlapping. Therefore, the lots could not be developed until these boundary issues were resolved. The appropriate lands have now been transferred between developers, and the 3 lots now require approval to enable development of the lots. So, recommendation from the Planning, Engineering and Development Committee recommends that the development application DA 23-0352 for the development of 3 lots on Iron Spring Road be approved and a development permit be issued subject to development meeting the requirements of the city, Newfoundland Power, the city's inspection, engineering, and finance divisions, and any other city requirements. I so move.
Thank you, Councillor Rice. Second by Councillor Fry. Any questions? I guess I'll move on to the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary-minded? That's carried. Back to you.
Thank you, Worship. On number 2, I'll pass it over to my colleague, Councillor Fry.
Thank you, Councillor Rice. Next on our agenda this evening is the building and occupancy permit listing for the period of July the 17th to the 28th, 2023. So our committee recommends that the building permits issued for this period, showing a total construction value of $648,049 be approved. And they're listed here in your kit. You can see there's permits for fences, driveways, back decks, roof renovations, retaining walls, all of the usual stuff. And I so move.
No worries. It is moved by Councillor Fry, and thank you. Second by Councillor Rice for the building permits, right? And occupancy permits, as well as, because I'm looking for that $600,000, Councillor, for the period. I got the 133, but you're moving all 3, is that correct? And that's been seconded, Councillor Rice. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Oh, sorry, before I finish the question, Councillor Antle's hand was up.
Just one question there, maybe I'm missing something, but there's a building permit occupancy there for 136 Crosby Road. Isn't that St. John's? Just a question there. It's on the building permits, it's C-45.
I'm going to turn our attention back to the question to Director Antle.
That's a mistake. That's most likely to do with the actual address of the owner.
Yeah.
But it's not there. I'm sorry for that.
No. I thought
I'll have that corrected. We don't have Crosby Road on.
Well, let's move permit DA 230096 with a follow-up next meeting, just to clarify that, and of course, we'll get that in the minutes beforehand too. All right, thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried, thanks.
Okay, next on our agenda is the capital projects update. So these are just a few updates of things that have been happening around the city. The Spruce Avenue upgrading, the major underground is completed. The curb installation is now underway, and that's going to be followed soon by granular and asphalt. So it's almost done. Those residents will be very happy. Roosevelt Avenue, the portion for the upgrading, the work has started, and existing asphalt removal and underground removals have begun. Birch Avenue upgrading is to start mid-August. Farrell Drive, that's from Holden Street to Evans Place upgrading. The major underground and replacement is underway. And finally, the Olympic Drive resurfacing, that's including sidewalk and curb replacement, will start soon, probably in a few weeks. And that's it for our report this evening, Your Worship.
Thank you very much. Any comments before we leave the Planning, Engineering, Development Committee? Hearing none. Corporate Services and Public Works, Councillor Locke.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll take the first four, and then I'll turn it over to Councillor Antle, who's been sitting in on our committee meetings. First one for us are the invoices for council approval. You can see we have 10 listed there for a total of $664,547.39. And just to highlight some of the larger items there, the number 2 you can see is our regional fire costs for July of 2023. Came in at $460,283.33. And item 8 shows the St. John's Transportation Commission, the transit service cost was $106,953.28. And I move that the total amount there, as I said, be accepted as presented.
Moved by Councillor Locke, seconded, thank you, by Councillor Antle. Questions from Councillor Antle?
Sorry about that. Just a quick note. Number 10, the taxi trips, transit taxi trips. Is that $9,000 just for the month of June? And do we use taxi, or do you use taxi a lot?
I think we're going to turn to Director Pittman, please.
Yeah, so it's only billed monthly, and I'm just trying to look up here what the number of taxis were that were taken. But yes, we do use them regularly. So for Talk Transit, for example, we would have done so we would have done. They are billed individually. Yeah. That's only the month of June. Yeah.
Supplemental, sir?
Yeah, thank you. So it seems to be high. Like I don't remember seeing this every month coming up for taxi trips.
So it's hard to draw that conclusion then. Do we need to do some follow-up between meetings?
We can certainly give you some additional information, but I think what you're seeing is the differences since they've transitioned to the Talk Transit label. It's billed separately. So there's 2 invoices where you would have seen them combined previously. So you're seeing 4 invoices now, what would have been 2 up until I think May or June of this year. So that's the real discrepancy, but I'm just looking here at the number of trips, but they haven't increased, so the price hasn't actually increased.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, if you wish, we could get June of 2022, just for comparison, if that works for you, by email, Councillor? Okay. Any other questions before we call the question for the invoices? All in favor then?
Aye.
And those contrary-minded? Carried, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. The second item for our committee is the payment register for the time period of July 21st to August 8th. And the total amount here is $1,384,925.79, and that's for information purposes only. And you can see the listing there. If you have any questions, we'll certainly answer any inquiries that may arise. None? Okay, number 3 is a request for travel. In this case, it deals with the Atlantic Mayors Congress, September 20th to the 24th of 2023. And this year, the fall meeting is going to be held in Happy Valley Goose Bay. And just a note here, Mayor, that we reviewed the above requests for travel prior to this meeting. It was discussed at the Committee of the Whole on July 25th, noting that the Mayor was unable to attend, and Councillor Fry was asked to travel in place of the Mayor and attend this particular Congress meeting. And in the interest of timing for travel arrangements, the committee supported the request at the Committee of the Whole meeting, July 25th, as I said, and authorized the travel arrangements to be made. And we would ratify it at the next council meeting, public council meeting, which is this council meeting. So with that said, our committee is recommending that the travel request for Councillor Isabel Fry to attend the Atlantic Mayors Congress in Happy Valley Goose Bay in place of the Mayor for September 24th of 2023 be ratified, and I so move.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Locke, and thank you. Second by Councillor Antle. Any questions? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? That's carried.
The next item for us is another request for travel, and this is for our Chief Administrative Officer and Mayor to attend the Urban Municipalities Committee meeting in Bonavista, Newfoundland, Labrador on August the 17th to the 19th of 2023. Again, this was discussed at the Committee of the Whole on July 25th of 2023. And once again, in the interest of timing to ensure that the appropriate travel arrangements could be made, the committee at that meeting supported the request and authorized the travel arrangements to be made with the matter to be ratified at this public council meeting. So with that said, our committee is recommending that the request for the Mayor and CAO to attend the Urban Municipalities Committee meeting on August 17th to the 19th in beautiful Bonavista be ratified, and I so move.
It is moved again by Councillor Locke, second by Councillor Antle. Any questions? All in favor? Those opposed? Carried.
Thank you, Mayor. Councillor Antle will complete our report. Thank you.
Your Worship, number 5 is a request for travel for Councillor James Locke, and this is going for the ASCA CCON Engineering Conference. That's September 20th to 22nd in Texas. And as Councillor Locke said earlier, this matter was discussed at the Committee of Whole meeting on July 25th, and in the interest of time for travel arrangements, the committee supported this request and authorized travel arrangements to be made with the matter to be ratified at the next public meeting, which is today. The Corporate Service and Public Works Committee recommends that the travel request for Councillor James Locke, to attend the Engineering Conference in Texas from September the 23rd. I so move.
It is moved by Councillor Antle and second by Councillor Locke. Any questions? Further to that, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary-minded, and that's carried as well.
And Your Worship, the last thing for us is our status report for Public Works. And with that, the work continues on manholes, catch basins, and curbs. Our lawn keeping is kept up. The street and sidewalk sweeping, our chain link fences are being repaired, and asphalt is being repaired. And our household recycling and bulk garbage is continuing. With our Parks Department, our phase 2 of the urban forestry plan is ongoing, and with anticipated all deciduous trees will be planted by August the 4th, which is good news. And we're waiting on the arrival of the carnivorous trees. They should arrive shortly. Our commemorative bench program was ongoing, and if anybody drives around the city or walks around the city and sees these benches, this is really going really well. We've got continued maintenance on all our flower beds in St. David's, our hanging baskets, and our sports fields. Our fleets, and with our fleet, our service and maintenance are ongoing. Our service work on our snow blowers, really. Loaders and flyers are underway in preparation for the 2023-24 winter season. We hope they'll have to be used. And with the UTM, we got general calls for the plug source, service locates, new water and service inspections. We got hydrant flushing underway, and you might notice now some of the residents have called us in the past couple of days of discolored water. And this is coming right from our hydrant flushing and with care itself. We got hydrant repairs, leak detection, catch basin cleaning, storage jetting. We've been quite busy, and that's the information for our committee for the Public Works. Also, you can see in your kit, this is the water levels for the Bay Blues Big Pond, and our levels are doing quite well this year. There's no issues, and that's everything for our committee, Your Worship.
Good stuff. Any questions? Councillor Rice, please.
Yes, thank you, Worship. No, I just want to comment on it. As you drive around City of Mount Pearl, it's so good to see the urban forestry plan going into effect and all the trees. I drove around Old Central Road up by track and field and along that area, and it makes a huge difference to the properties and the greenery in the area. And also, I just want to make a comment, as it's been brought to my attention about a numerous amount of residents about where do you get your flowers to and who are doing the flowers. All those concrete planters that are around the city they really look good, I got to say, and it really stands out because it really adds to the area. And whatever, like the entrances and even the walking trails, I see them on the entrances to walking trails, makes a huge difference to the city. So kudos off to the staff for doing that, and they're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Councillor Antle?
No, I just do.
All right, we're going to move into the next report. So, Councillor Antle.
Worship, I'll do the first one and I'll pass it on to my colleague, Councillor Lane. Pool chemicals tender, TP 23-023 closed on June 20th, 23, and there were 3 bids received. The tender and supply for delivery of chemicals for the next 3 years with an option for a 2-year extension. Bidders were asked to bid on each of the 23 chemicals and testing agents. 21 are used for direct use in the pool and 2 are used for in the mechanical systems, separately allowing the split award based on lowest bidder per product. And the recommendation, the committee recommends approval of the tender as follows. As all vendors met specifications on the products they bid. The final decision was based on pricing offered on each item. Eastern Chemical was chlorine, 205 liters, ethanol, glycol, olefin, we're going to say that, glycol, and that's a lot of chemicals anyhow. So, and that's for $33,645 annually. For rock water, perlite acid, calcium, soda ash, reagents, 1 to 12, and they were $32,577.50 annually. And for clear water, for chlorine for 3.6 liters, sodium, pH minus sodium annually for a cost of $16,920.25, and I so move.
Thank you. It is moved by Councillor Antle, seconded by Councillor Lane. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? I was going to ask the director, there's a lot of chemicals here, but some of these are mostly, many of these chemicals are more for the testing side as opposed to water quality. But, these chemicals for the water quality side have stood the test of time, and they're all within Health Canada guidelines. And unfortunately, I guess they're necessary, Director Collins, would you say, because to not treat the water, we might be worse off, or our patrons.
That's correct, Your Worship. We follow pool guidelines provincially, whether it be chlorine, sodium, it's to balance the pool chemistry, get rid of any bacteria, but also just make the pool safe. That's the whole reason. Most of these chemicals are for the pool, but there are some, such as the glycol, where systems are kind of interrelated between the glacier and the pool. It's mostly for the pool.
Thank you. Anything further? I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, carried.
I'll pass over to Councillor Lane.
Okay, the second thing on our agenda this evening is the movie in the park, which is happening on August 17th. Join us at St. David's Park on Thursday, August 17th and watch Ernest Goes to Camp on the big screen. The movie will commence at 9 p.m. And don't forget your blanket and cheer. All details will be posted on all platforms of social media. I know the last movie in the park was a big hit, and I've had so many residents reach out and say, when is there going to be another one? So I think we're going to have a lot of excited people attending this movie on August 17th. The third item on our agenda is the Street Jam, which is happening August 25th to 27th, 2023. For the information of the public, Old Placentia Road, both sides between the parking entrance just east of Ruth Avenue, complete to Smallwood Drive intersection, will be closed from August 25th at 9:30 a.m. to August 27th, 8 p.m. for Street Jam 2023. The road closure notification for these dates will be posted on all platforms and social media.
Look forward to Street Jam, and I think Councillor Lane, the communication piece is the most important thing here with the businesses as well as our residents. There'll be a little bit of disruption, but a lot of people are going to have a bit of fun. And bring your Purity jams to Street Jam. We are done. No motions required there. Thank you very much for all your reports tonight, Council, and thank you, staff, for all the support in putting all this together. Round table, I'm going to turn to Councillor Rice.
Thank you, Worship. Just want to make actually a clarification on that permit, actually, the building permits and occupancy permit listing. DA, glasses on here now so I can see this small print. Yeah, C045. Just as a note, that was the 136 Crosby Road was the consultant's contractor's address. The actual location is 1114 Topsail Road. So that's just correction on that one there for the minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Also, just a couple of the items for me. There's been so many items on the go, I guess, in the city. We've been so busy because every time you go around the city, usually during the weekends, there's something happening. But even during the weekdays now, like Councillor Lane just mentioned, we're getting the movies back, which is really good to see. But also, I just want to make a comment on so many things happening in the city when you go around. And one of the biggest things that was happening, I guess, this past weekend was the National Ball Hockey Tournament up at the Glacier. We had four arenas that were used for this facility. But when I was up there, actually, I attended one of them, and I said to one of the workers up there at the rink, and I said, it's pretty busy. He said, we're going to be busier now. Apparently one of the arenas got shut down or something, so we had to get the extra games at the Glacier. So I just want to say a congratulations to Newfoundland teams did really well. The NL U17 male team took silver. The U16 female team took silver. And the U15 male team took gold at this event. And the U19 female took gold also. That's ball hockey nationals. So we had lots of representation from the city. And I know there's other people from Southlands and made up of basically all the people in the area, but I'm not going to mention all the names of the people from Mount Pearl because there's quite the amount that was on all the teams. And the last comment for me is I just want to say a big congratulations to former councillor Lucy Stoyles and Rage Stoyles on their 50th anniversary. That happened this past weekend. A few of us attended that event. So good to see, and congratulations to both of them for 50 years of marriage. That's it for me, Worship.
Yeah, I think the actual anniversary is Thursday, right? So 2 days from now, but 50 years, yeah, that's quite the milestone. Yeah, well done, congratulations. Over to you, Councillor Lane.
Thank you very much. So I'm just going to talk about some events that are going to be happening at the Aberley House Museum. I know that summer's getting close to an end now, and people's children are probably getting bored and getting ready to go back to school. So it's great that there's a couple of free events that will be happening at the museum and at the Association for the Arts in Mount Pearl. So starting on Friday, August 11th, there's a scavenger hunt from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and a movie night, which is family friendly, starting at 6:30 p.m. And both of these events are free to attend. On Saturday, August 12th at 7 p.m., The Last Thing He Said, Murder Mystery. And on Sunday, August 13th at 1 p.m., The Blue Dossier Puzzle Game. Both of these events do require registration. You can visit the Admiralty House Museum's website or call 709-748-1124 for more details and other exciting events that will be coming up here in August. And that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Councillor Fry, please.
Thank you. Yes, I too would like to extend congratulations to former councillor, now current MHA, Lucy Stoyles, and her husband Reg on 50 years of marriage. It's quite an accomplishment for 50 years. I'd also like to send out a congratulations for maybe 2 weeks of marriage to Director Cassie Pittman. I don't know if you're still Pittman.
Today.
And I'm sure my colleagues will join me in saying that we all hope that you also reach the 50-year milestone. So congratulations. And I also just wanted to acknowledge and send out condolences to the family and friends of the lady from Smallwood Drive who was found deceased this weekend. It's a really, really sad situation, and I know it's one that has touched all of us. But that's it for me, Your Worship. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Councillor Fry. More than you know for some of us in this room. Councillor Locke.
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to extend congratulations to Director Pittman on the nuptials and the lovely tan she got somewhere in Newfoundland, I'm sure. Also, my condolences as well will be, in addition to the one that my colleague, Councillor Fry, just mentioned, the lady on Smallwood, Dr. Randy Smith and Betty Smith, longtime residents of Mount Pearl. Their son, Jeffrey, passed away last week at the age of 39, so I just wanted to express sincere condolences. Randy, Dr. Smith has been my doctor for over 30 years, and I know for many Mount Pearl residents and active in the sporting community when his four sons were in hockey or the other sporting events. So I just wanted to, again, extend sincere condolences to Dr. Smith and his wife Betty and his family. And also another gentleman in Mount Pearl, Mr. Russ Thomas. Those you may have known Russ, just such an upbeat, happy, pleasant gentleman. I taught his two daughters at Mount Pearl Senior High School. So again, just wanted to extend condolences to Russ's family. And that's it for me, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Councillor Antle, please.
I only have two quick things. First off, I'd like to pass on congratulations to Lucy and Reg on the 50th anniversary, and to the newlyweds, Cassie and Jamie. And I noticed the other day we had a committee meeting, and Cassie was already late, so Jamie has lots of things to look forward to. Right? So, after my years of marriage, I learned that way too. So.
TMI.
There we go. And the last thing for me is every Friday we have our free, friendly pop-up concert here in the park, right here next to City Hall. And this is from 12 to 1:30 every Friday. Drop by, bring your own chairs, bring a snack, get a lunch here at the Rocket or something, when you're here in Mount Pearl, and sit back and enjoy the concert. So every Friday from 12 to 1:30, and we look forward to seeing you there. And this Friday we have, this sounds to be pretty interesting, Horatio Fernandez. And if you heard him, he played at our City Days, and he was fabulous. So I highly recommend him to drop by, and you'll be thoroughly impressed. Okay? And that's everything from me, Your Worship.
Thank you very, very much. I just wanted to make a note that we have something exciting coming up. I'm going to invite Director Pittman, and welcome back, by the way. Congratulations. We're going to have a little kiosk opening celebration. You want to fill us in a little bit more about that, please, Director? Welcome back.
Thank you. I can't say I'm overly disappointed that it was delayed until I'm back, but it wasn't intentional. So we've been working on the mobile kiosk, and everybody knows it's open. And Eva's is our first occupant of the space, which is very exciting. And so it's currently open. Lots of people are checking it out. There's lots of games and fun things, but we are officially celebrating our grand opening later this week on Thursday evening. And so we'll have games and music by Dave Woody and other food trucks and just lots of exciting things. Now, I will caution everybody that the weather is not looking to be in our favor on Thursday, so it's calling for rain. Now, anything can change, so we're holding off making the decision until tomorrow afternoon. So fingers crossed the forecast changes, and if not, we do have a backup date, and we've been able to confirm all of our vendors and participants for August 24th. So let's keep our fingers crossed, but it will happen on Thursday, weather pending, and we look forward to seeing everybody get out. There's a traffic plan in place, so just read that information on our website. There will be people helping guide, etc. So definitely encourage residents and visitors to park in locations around the city and walk and explore our trails and get to Forest Avenue, know there, and participate in all the fun activities. So we're really excited. We hope to see lots of people there. I cannot wait. I've been waiting to have my first Eva's ice cream until the grand opening. So a lot of hard work's gone into this, and we're really excited about it.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to bring that to the attention of everybody. Looking forward to it, and I'm glad there's a traffic management plan in place, because it's a pilot project, which we're trying to work through some of the machinations here in terms of, do we bring it back? And it's a lovely little kiosk down there, and I look forward to seeing everybody come in on the trails. I like your comment about you can park at Park Place. You can park at one of the local business parking lots, and you can walk down. Bring your pets, bring your bikes, bring your cars, only if you have to. But everybody's welcome. Thank you very much. And on that notion, I'm going to call for adjournment to the meeting. Moved by Councillor Lane, second by Councillor Rice. We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody.